My name is Emily. I am 25 years old. My husband is Daniel. He is 40. We have been married for 4 years. We have a small son. He is 3 years old. We used to be very close. We used to be happy. But now something is different. For the last 3 or 4 months, my husband has changed. He comes home from work, eats dinner, watches TV, and then sleeps. On weekends, he goes to meetings, plays golf, or stays in his home office. He says he is busy. He is the boss at work. He works with many people. I used to help him with documents and money, but now I stay home with our child. He does not let anyone help him now. He says he does not trust anyone. Before, we had small traditions. Every night we drank Chinese tea together. We talked, we laughed, we looked at each other with love. Now there's silence. No tea, no talks, only TV, only sleep. Last week, I sent our son to my mother's house. I wanted to be alone with my husband. I thought maybe he just needed rest. Maybe he needed time. But that night, he came home, ate, and went to bed. He didn't speak to me. The next morning, he left early. It was the weekend, but he didn't stay. I sat in the kitchen alone. My tea was cold. My heart was cold too. I felt like a stranger in my own home. That night, I made a big decision. I had to talk to him. I couldn't live like this anymore. That night, I waited for him. I made his favorite dinner. I wore the dress he once said he loved. I put on a little makeup and did my hair. He came home late again. He looked tired. He sat down, ate quietly, and didn't even notice my dress. My heart beat fast. I felt nervous, but I had to speak. I had to know. I looked at him and said softly, "Can we talk?" He looked surprised. "Now?" he asked. "Yes," I said. "Please." We sat on the couch. I tried to stay calm. I didn't want to fight. I didn't want to cry, but my eyes were already full of tears. I said, "You have changed. We don't talk anymore. You don't smile at me. You don't even see me." He looked down. He said nothing. I waited, then asked the hardest question of all. "Do you still love me?" He looked at me. His eyes looked tired. Then he said, "Of course I do. I'm just tired. Work is hard. I have too much stress." I nodded, but I didn't believe him fully. So I asked the question I never wanted to ask. "Is there someone else?" He looked shocked. "No, never," he said quickly. "I'm just busy. I don't have time for anything. My head is full. But I love you. I need you to be patient." I looked at his face. He seemed honest. He touched my hand. "Please wait a little longer. I'll try to change." I wanted to believe him. So I said, "Okay, I will wait." But deep in my heart, I still felt alone. The days passed, then weeks, but nothing changed. He still came home late. He still ate in silence. He still looked tired and distant. Emily tried to smile. She tried to be patient. She reminded herself. He said he loves me. He said he'll try. She cleaned the house. She played with her child. She even planned a weekend away, just the two of them. But when she asked him, he said, "Not now. I have meetings, maybe next month." That night, Emily sat in the dark. The house was quiet. Only the sound of the clock ticked through the living room. She whispered to herself, "Why does love feel so lonely?" She looked through old photos, pictures from their wedding, pictures from their first trip, photos of smiles, hugs, and laughter. Where did all that go? One evening, Emily sent their child to her mother's again. She waited for her husband, hoping they could talk. But when he arrived, he went straight to his office. No hello, no smile, just a door that closed quietly behind him. Emily stood outside that door. She raised her hand to knock, but she stopped. Her hand fell. She turned around and walked away. In the kitchen, she sat alone with a cup of cold tea. She felt like a stranger in her own home. Then a thought came to her. Maybe he doesn't see me anymore. Maybe he forgot who I am. And for the first time, Emily began to wonder, is this still a marriage? Or just two people living in the same house? Emily woke up early. She looked at the empty space next to her in bed. He had already gone to work. No kiss, no goodbye. She stared at the ceiling for a long time. Her heart felt tired, not angry, not loud, just tired. She made breakfast for her child. She smiled and played like everything was fine, but inside, she felt invisible. Later that day, she wrote a letter. Not a long one, just a few lines. I still love you. I still hope for us. But I can't be the only one trying. I miss your heart more than your presence. That evening, she tried again. She waited by the door. When he came in, she smiled. Do you want to go for a walk? She asked softly. He looked at her, tired and cold. Not now, Emily. Maybe later. She nodded, but something inside her broke quietly. That night, while he worked in his office, she packed a small bag for her and the child. She left a note on the table. You said to wait. I waited. I waited with love, patience, and tears. Now I need to find myself again. I'm not leaving forever, but I can't stay invisible anymore. She closed the door gently behind her. Outside, the night was cool. She held her child's hand. They walked into the quiet dark, not away from love, but toward healing. One quiet evening, after putting my son to bed, I walked into the living room. My husband had left his phone on the table and gone to take a shower. I wasn't planning to look. I really wasn't. But the screen lit up. It was a message from a woman. It said, I miss you. Did you think about me today? My hands were shaking. My heart stopped. I didn't open the message. I didn't need to. Tears filled my eyes. Was this the reason he changed? He came back into the room, smiling as if nothing had happened. I looked at him, really looked. How could someone I loved so much make me feel so small? I wanted to scream. I wanted to cry, but I stayed quiet because I was scared of the answer. Scared that if I asked, it would all become real. That night, I lay in bed beside him. He slept peacefully. I cried silently, my heart breaking into 1,000 pieces. I had given him everything, my love, my time, my youth, my life. And now he was giving his attention to someone else. The next morning, I didn't cry. I didn't shout. I just sat at the kitchen table holding a cup of cold tea. He walked in, looked at me, and said, Good morning. I didn't answer. He didn't notice. He left for work. All day my heart felt heavy. I watched my son play. I smiled for him, but inside I was broken. That evening I sat alone again and I made a choice. Not because I wanted to destroy my family, but because I needed to save myself. I waited until he came home. I asked him to sit down. My voice was calm but firm. I saw a message, I said. He looked at me, silent. I continued. I gave you 4 years of my life. I trusted you. I still want to believe you, but I can't live like this. He didn't try to deny it. He only said, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you. And that's when I knew it was real. The distance, the silence, the pain. I stood up. I need time, I said, to think, to breathe, to feel like myself again. That night, I packed a small bag and took my son to my mother's house. It hurt more than anything, but sometimes love isn't enough. Sometimes choosing yourself is the bravest thing you can do. Thank you for watching this story. If you enjoyed it and want to listen to more emotional and simple stories, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Midnight Chapters. I share true feelings, easy English, and real-life stories to help you learn and feel every word. I'll be waiting for you in the next story. If you enjoy the story, please like, subscribe, and share.